Welcome to some sort of prologue to my healer guides that are about to be released in the next days and weeks. Therefore, let me cover some basic principles, what I held to be the most influencing misconceptions people have about healing. If you want a real in-depth healer optimization guide, check out the one of the Balance website made by Zerg that I will put into the description, or the comprehensive healer optimization video of Momo. Nevertheless, I think if you consider these three principles into their corrected form, your group will definitely shift into the next step of progress or speed raiding, or at least it's not your fault that they don't. Okay, starting with the absolute number one, the most damaging misconception. My group needs to be on 100% HP all the time. This is the leading mistake among many healers that turn out to be some sort of panicky and constantly fear an imminent calamity that actually will never happen. Final Fantasy XIV's boss and raid designs are completely scripted, with some exceptions of course, but the main part can always be predicted if you have the wisdom and clarity to embrace it. I know many people will start complaining at this point. What the hell, Des? We are healers, our first priority is to keep the group alive. With that I agree to 100%, but keeping the group alive does not mean to have the HP of every party member maxed out for the whole time. Work with your healing on time effects, make use of your regions or self-healing potential of DPS or tanks. Don't waste these resources by spamming heals mindlessly. Above that, every healer has a wide arsenal of good and better heal spells. The better ones just have resources or cooldowns that you need to wait for. Take the time to wait for them, it mostly is worth the patience. Let me give you an example. The raid is receiving a heavy raid buster and both healers have stacked some cooldowns and want to use them. So the wise decision would be to just do that, and even if it doesn't cap the HP to 100 but to 70 or 80, the next raid bust or damage may appear not earlier than 20 seconds or so. That means use that time, maybe one of your CD heals could have brought a regen effect with it, or one of the two healers is planning to use another CD until then. The White Mage for example could use an Afflatus Rapture to proc lilies for proceeding into his Blood Lily, or the Scholar wants to use his Indomitability anyways, because he needs to spend Etherflow stacks, because his Etherflow is coming off cooldown. Furthermore, these healings could be used in some movement situations where you cannot deal damage anyways. This directly leads to the second misconception. I'm a healer, not a dealer. Of course, you are. And of course, the tanks should tank, but receiving and keeping enmity is just one question and one button. To grid or not to grid. The same logic can be applied to healers. What will you do if no damage is coming in? Just stand there, focus and regenerate MP? No way. That would be a waste of time and potential. The automated regeneration of MP is not denied by using some offensive casts, and if you have your group prepared for the next raid buster or mechanic, you are absolutely fine to deal some damage. Don't trap yourself into the idea of, if I keep dealing damage my MP is dying too fast. Every of the three healers has his tools to regain or save MP, may it be lucid dreaming, thin air, ether flow or light speed. If you manage to keep these on cooldown when you have already lost 30 to 40% of your MP, you will never run out of magic points, especially not when using your damaging kit. On the other hand, if you continue to spam your big AoE heals mindlessly, that in fact will reduce your MP to 0. The second aspect of this is primarily shown in dungeons. Sometimes attacking is the best defense. For example, if your tank is pulling big packs, trying to heal against their consistent damage can be a real struggle. And any second that will reduce this pain is worth its effort. So use these windows where the tank is using CDs or where you have already pushed his HP up to max to throw in your offensive kit. Especially the White Mage's Holy is the best tool against big packs. Stunning foes for 5 seconds is an advantage no healing spell could achieve under any circumstance. In the case of small groups, we deal damage because the inflicted loss of HP is so low that you would definitely waste the potential of your role, when you would max out the tank's HP consistently. Therefore, keep your group alive, use your mitigation tools and free yourself some space to deal damage by using OGCDs or cooldown heals with wisdom and grace. Okay, so much so simple. But what about cooldown usage in general? Shouldn't I save my Benediction or Seraph or Essential Dignity for emergency situations and heal up tank busters or something similar manually? That is the third and my last misconception for this video. Cooldowns need to be saved. No, definitely not. They are called cooldowns, so give their name a meaning and use them so that they can actually cool down. But aren't people consistently telling healers need to adjust, so saving cooldowns is better, right? First, it's a meme from Larry, and secondly, the truth behind it means that healers should always have the perfect answer to each situation, which I would sign up for. You always have to consider and remember that you are a healer team, not a prime healer and off healer. You are co-healers, so your optimal goal is to make use of the cooldown and utility kit of both of them. Therefore, I highly recommend communication. Hey Scholar dude, are you going to heal the prey mark for the party member from top to bottom, or the other way around? Or White Mage, will you save Benediction for the Dark Knight's Living Dead here? These can make a big difference and will definitely help your healer team in not wasting cooldowns. One Benediction definitely is enough for healing up a tank buster. That mentioned, if you would save it endlessly and heal it up manually, for which situation would you use it otherwise? If there is the perfect spot of getting in a CD, find it and use it. To describe this with a very nice quote from Zerg's guide, there is no point in worrying that the Earth is going to be spontaneously hit by a massive gamma ray burst from thousands of light years away and planning your whole life around some minute possibility. Don't be the healing equivalent of a doomsday prepper. I totally agree with him. Even if healing could be seen as the heaviest burden a role can carry, don't see it as that. See it as opportunity to really make a difference for your group, to be the strongest pillar they can have. Never fear raid mechanics, and be the mindful master to count them into your battle schemes, and embrace the unyielding potential to lead your group onto the next level of performance. And if you really want to accomplish that, I highly recommend to check out the guide of Zerg or Momos healer optimization video, and stick around for my guides that are a stone's throw away. Thank you all for watching. I hope some misconceptions could be clarified and reconfigured with this video, and if you want more stuff like this and especially want to be notified about my upcoming healer guides, click on that sub, like and most of all the notification button. See you around, and until then, take care and keep adjusting.